Welcome to the Clock Tower. I'm Brandon here with Colton, and today we're previewing Adventure Time, the deck we previewed earlier this week. We're getting some gameplay in. Colton, what are you bringing to the table?
I am playing. I almost said I'm playing Adventure Time. I'm not playing Adventure Time. You're playing Adventure Time. I'm playing Attack on Titan, which is a deck that I am familiar with in a I play into it way, but not a I play it with the cards in my hand way. So I'm playing Riaz's list from Worlds because that seems like a pretty good list, having won Worlds and all.
I think it's a good list because I think it has in many ways, AOT's kind of been a gatekeeping deck because it's been the deck of how do I play into this? Because this is a deck I'm going to see. What does that look like? How do I
Mm-hmm.
build my
Sure.
deck?
Yeah. I wanted to, especially because we've had this conversation. We both think that Adventure Time has a chance to actually make a dent in the meta and be something that is played at a high level. So you playing into Fate Apocrypha or
Oh
Harvey just
yeah, for
wasn't going to
sure.
cut it today. And so I'm going to ask you to describe your deck in a moment and what it does. But while you're going, Adventure Time has gotten a really interesting reaction on release,
Yes,
I think,
it
from the
has. I
community.
really think that it's kind of had a similar effect as like Memory Snow, where there's a lot of good card effects in the set. However, they don't necessarily play nice with each other, and so because of that, you're running into things like when you're deck building that wait, I want all of these effects, but to do all of these effects, the deck doesn't quite manipulate how I need to. For example, with blue in Adventure Time, there's a lot of interesting effects in blue. I don't actually run any blue in this deck because a lot of blue is either like off traded or it costs a little too much that takes away from some of the things I think are really cool about yellow and red. But at the same time, yellow and red is also a very delicate balance as well. Because you're running into things
Mm-hmm.
like, thank you,
For three.
you're running into things like, how do I actually say it? I actually don't know. I think I actually got literally distracted by your calling out three. You're good. Um,
Oh, sorry. I was asking about like I basically brought up like the community's reaction, and then you start talking about how it was similar to Memory Snow, and that had a lot of pieces, but not necessarily a lot of synergy. Okay, so my question's going to be: so how does your approach differ from the ways that other people have been playing this list, at least in the very first weekend, very early stages of trying to put something together with this? What's been what's your approach, and why do you think it works?
um, I tried to narrow down my focus a little bit. I think that by doing that, focusing on just a few of the effects, I'm able to then kind of be able to let those shine through. Because yellow and red don't necessarily always work together very well, having an opportunity to be able to find a kind of like a medium that seems to like balance it out a little bit has been pretty helpful. I think I'm actually just going to do this. Attack phase. Because like choice and standby with state.
Okay. Are you are you
Yeah.
still at 2000 with the yellow? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
direct
Carry on.
for 2. Um, like for example, with standby in this deck, I'm not using standby as a way to build up big walls. Like is what typically you'd use for standby. Like when you think standby, you think big walls, field presence. You think
Right.
advantage that way.
Right. The yeah.
Whereas
Hmm.
for me, I want to use a standby as a means of acceleration.
Okay. When you say acceleration, what do you mean? What are the level? So, like for example, you aren't really running any standby targets at level 2. So when you actually slam down your level 1 combo,
So
what's your
depending
target?
on the game state, it's going to depend on what the target's going to be. This is going to be for 1. In some ways, I may be trying to either get another of the standby targets. I may be trying to get the level 1 reverser or the level 1 blind stalker, the Finn trusty weapon. I may be trying to go for the Jake
Hmm.
that will bounce to stock if you play down a climax. I may dump that in the back row. I may dump in some of these mill pieces up, like the one I just played here, like when that goes to waiting room.
Sure. So when you say
Sure. When I say
acceleration, what are
acceleration,
you
I'm
referring
really
to?
referring to the idea that like I'm putting pieces back into play that weren't in play before to be able to change the game state in a way that's better or more fitting towards the goal I'm trying to do.
Okay. Which
Which in that case,
is
ultimately, I'm right now I'm trying to build stock between levels 1 and 2.
ultimately
So that way, for the end game, when I hit level 3, I can bring out enough of the Finn and Jake combo to be able to burn for the win.
yeah. So using the standby effect, well, the combo first of all, because the combo builds stock, but using the standby effect as well, not necessarily to build field, but to build
Yes.
resources towards that end game. I think that's an interesting approach. I'm I think it's really interesting. I don't know. All right. Well, first of
Yeah.
all,
Like,
this is
um,
awkward. Um,
oof.
we're just gonna swing
Okay.
because we have nothing else we can do. Yeah, I was kind of anticipating that one of those 3 cards was going to be a 0, but no dice for 3 though. That's cool. So far, the deck's playing itself. I don't have to worry about
Cancel
playing
it.
it poorly because I haven't had options. Um, fair enough.
Um,
So anyway, continue.
yeah. Um,
Building resources toward level
so,
3.
like for example, just trying to figure out like what pieces are going to make that happen. A lot of this is going to be through blind stock because the end game combo does require quite a bit of stock. Not only is it the pay 2 to get on field, but another pay 2
Mhm.
for each attack.
Yeah, but also, so you were talking to me about this, and I thought this was really interesting. You don't mind the blind stocking as much. That's turn. Okay. You don't mind the blind stocking as much just because one, you have to build stock, so you have to aggressively stock things, even if you're going to potentially stock a climax. But two, you are building compression through a lot of your memory effects as well. So if your deck is down to 24 cards, if you're
Hmm.
only 6 out of 24, you're still 6 out of 24. And if you can get it even smaller, or if you do blind soccer climax, so you have a little bit of or you can't pay them out as you would maybe like to, you aren't stuck on awful compression because you're getting cards out of the game by kicking so many things to memory.
Yeah. No, no, no. You're right. You're good. You're good. I was just in a very interesting spot, so I was trying to figure out how I wanted to play this out. Um,
Fair enough.
because I actually think this play is going to be super weird. Um, I'm gonna play.
Well, I think this is already a really weird game because we're on our 5th turn at level 0 between the two of us. So
Yeah. So I'm gonna stand by that into the front row.
that's a choice. Okay.
And then I'm gonna crash here in the middle, or on your side here,
Okay.
for 1, which I'll then pay the 1, drop the 1, send a memory. To find that one. So
I forgot to pitch. I forgot to pitch one at the end of my last turn.
yeah, no, you're good. So yeah, like something like that, for example, like stand buying out essentially a tech piece to be able to kind of try to continue the game forward a little bit.
Sure.
Because like this one's going to be a little bit more of that same. It's essentially this. I think we talked about this in my video too. The Wildberry Princess is like a drop. It's a pay 1 drop search.
This is incredible.
Also bonds. I was actually kind of hoping that was going to happen. Like I'm surprised, but at the same time I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, this is insane. So we're just gonna do this again, I guess. For 2, slowest stock gen I've ever seen.
That literally is insane.
This same Krista has been on the field since turn 1.
Wow.
Level 1 must be nice.
Yeah, level 1 is pretty nice actually.
So aside from this very weird game, let's talk about that level 3 combo a bit. Because everything reminds me of Apocrypha, it reminds me of the Mordred combo. Because it's, that the on attack pay 2 burn for, X. But this has a really nice cancel burn effect on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's super nice.
It really does. Like, being able to cancel based on when either 2 of its either the main attack or the burn that comes at the end of the card's attack, being able to be able to get additional damage in afterwards, super nice. So you have great damage potential with it.
Yeah, we were talking about this. Like you will, if you, between this and the Musashi, if you push your opponent into 3-2, you are almost guaranteed to close from there. It would be so difficult to not win the game from there because you're literally swinging for, essentially on cancel, you're swinging for 1-2, 1-2, and then you have the Musashi as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you have an incredible number of swings, and unless someone has all 8 of their climaxes in a very tightly compressed deck, they're going to eat something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be it, I think. Sure. So for this attack, I'm going to do direct first.
I'm going to get rid of... I forgot to discard down again, so hold on.
Well,
before you do anything else.
We get talking and then get distracted. That's what happens.
All right. So is that for 3?
This is for 3.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, being able to just get some of these pieces in as early as I can, it becomes a little more interesting. Like this deck actually runs quite a bit of zeros, so I was actually running into the same problem you were, not pulling zeros into hand. I could have gotten another zero with the Wildberry, but I chose to get the level 1 combo instead. Because I made the assumption that you were actually going to push me to 1.
I think that normally that would have been a good assumption. But here we are.
Right.
Okay.
I actually don't mind. Nor I recognize having reverse targets is going to be really helpful for you. I recognize that, but if I can also benefit from the reverse as well,
Sure, it cancels out a little bit of my advantage.
yeah. Which is why I ended up choosing this path. Okay, for 1, 2, 3, and then I will stand by in this gold crazed. This is the stock. This is the stock gen.
Yep.
0 in the backfield, because the likelihood that you comboed I thought was going to be really high. But now that you have 2 of them in clock, I'm not as sure. But yeah, no, I don't mind as much having dirty stock with this deck.
Sure.
Partly because having dirty stock is also not is more of like a temptation for not doing the stock swap. Because if you know you're putting climaxes back into my deck,
Yeah.
is what is there? You're really more trying to then at that point your benefit's a little different as opposed to
Yeah.
fully clean. I'm swinging here for 1. And then on reverse, blind stocking.
Okay. All right.
But because the endgame combo also requires having cards in hand, that's also something I have to pay
Yeah.
attention to.
Yeah.
That's also why I. It's why I really. It's probably why I with Remember You. There's the card that's very similar to the Scarlet Golden Sword of Battle. That plays a little bit better with the Brainstormer. Instead of flipping the top card of the deck and then drawing it if it's a character or event, you can get another. You salvage a character instead. I think that I like the sword better in this deck. Partly because you can chain it, like you can chain into another sword and be able to do the sword again.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will finally combo.
Hey,
For 2.
1, 2 hits.
And then I can go get the mobility gear.
Which is also why I did Finn first here. Cause I mean, you saw me grab the
Yep.
level 1 combo. The level 1 combo doesn't need a reverse to stock charge,
Yeah.
since your character's going to bounce away anyway.
Right.
I might as well, before your attack, my effect happens because it's on reverse.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Draw to waiting room, paying out the blind stock, sending that character to memory. I'm dropping the climax, to search in the last 2 cards. And hey, look, I have another level 1 combo in the last 2 cards.
It's almost like you knew that.
It's almost like I knew that. Actually, I didn't know because of the blind stock, but like,
right.
I suspected.
Once you paid out the blind stock, you knew.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we swing.
Yep.
Now we swing here in the middle.
I actually am supposed to put Jake Crazed in when you play your climax. That was the whole point of playing him. But whatever.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, for 2 you said?
Yep.
Yeah. 1. Refresh. Refreshing with 6.
Okay.
2 cancels. Send to waiting room. And then refresh point. Your reverse action and then my reverse action.
Yep. Well, I
Okay.
can't. There isn't
pay 1
gear
to
in my
waiting room.
waiting room to go get. So
I will drop. I'll drop the refresh because at this point it's not as helpful. Find. I will get another Jake, I think, at this point. And shuffle.
okay.
And then with that, you're over for 2 again. Yep, sticks. I will level him to make sure I get my experience in there. And then draw 1. I am debating. I'm not gonna clock here. So, sword, draw to waiting room, get that climax out, flip the top card. It's a character. And now this. Do I just drive and do it that way? Get the reverse that way. I think I'm actually going to do it this way. And then do I think I do. So standby. With the standby,
Yep.
I will actually bring out the level 3. I'll place it over the brainstormer this time, actually.
Okay.
So I will actually attack here first. Brainstormer doesn't give power, but I have 2 swords, so it's at 6,000. So front 6,000.
Okay.
I will. I mean, I'll stand by another the golden the Jakes over the Jake, so it doesn't do anything. But the princesses technically get more power. So they're at 8/5s.
Okay. I'm
Sure.
going to run. I'm going to play the counter. Yep. I'm going to find a card. and then run away. I'm going to find the Mikasa.
Yep.
And then Armin is
Figure
going
if I
to
could
run
force you
away.
to use it now. Then you won't have it for later. So with this one, because I have the climax, I'm gonna twin drive.
You didn't actually swing for
It
you
was
didn't
for
do any damage with Finn.
2. Sorry. Yeah, we didn't do the damage.
Okay.
Got distracted by your counter. Okay.
Sorry. All right.
Welcome to level 2. I'm so excited about my deck. I don't have time to pay attention to yours. No, I'm kidding.
Wow. I'm just trying to play this deck in a way that's not like egregiously bad. So just for the sake of, putting this on the internet for
You're
the
good.
entire world to watch.
So with the twin drive, for 2. And then I will choose the Ricky. Put that into stock. See, because you're level 2, I will swing here, and I'm not going to twin drive, so I'm not gonna pull the Ricky back out.
Okay. Yeah.
For 1. Well, that's convenient. And then I will take the Brainstormer as the card to put in there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's turn. I will draw.
Hey, look, he's back.
Oh, look. He's back. Guess who's back? Back again. We'll unpivot you. Put you out here. And then I like putting power into the middle of the stage.
Might as
so
well.
we'll do that too.
Hey, look, I'll actually remember to put
And then
Jake
we'll do the
in
combo
stock
again.
this time.
Yeah, as soon as you said that you'd forgotten, I'm like, well,
Yeah,
he'll get
I
his
suspected
chance.
you would. Being able to.
Yep. It's one of the great things about the level ones that pop back into hand. That's why I like them so much. Well, one of the reasons I like them so much. But yeah, so we'll swing here
4?
for.
I'll cancel on 2.
Yeah, 4. Okay,
Hey,
and I'm
look,
gonna
it's the
go.
mobility
I'm gonna
gear
go
you just
get a
used.
mobility gear. No, I know. It's been said so much that it's a meme at this point, but the synergy that this deck has is actually insane. Okay. And then we'll swing here. for 3.
Cancel that too.
I don't have a mobility gear to go get. And then we'll swing for 2.
1, 2. That does stick this time. Well,
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I'll go away. Draw 1. I will, since I am not level 3 of a clock. Draw 2. Okay. I will move this up. I will play this one. Yeah. I'll play this one. And I will then combo. Question is, what do I pull? Sure. Why not? Put that there. I threaten here first. I'm going to front attack here. I am only 2k power.
Okay. For 1?
For 1. Sure.
That will stick.
I will front here. I'm only attacking with 10k. Pretty sure 10. Yeah, 10. Because I do not have experience yet. Soon. For 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I kind of want you at 2-4. So I'm going to actually side attack here. And I'm not twin driving.
Okay.
For 1.
Okay.
Right, because you don't gain a level. Yeah, just 1. And then I'll choose...
Okay, that will stick.
A card in here. I'll choose the Ricky.
And then the
yes.
Armin's the only thing that died, right?
And then this character goes away.
Okay. I'm going to encore him.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So everybody else is... So you just did a side attack there, so everyone's just going to stay. So that when I draw and I refresh, I'm going to refresh with 8.
Okay. Yep. Yep. That makes more sense.
So I drew. This is the penalty. All right. Cool. This is cool. Let's see. So pause. Me just making sure. I can play mobility gears on my turn, yes? Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Unpause. Well, everybody stands up.
Okay.
Going to use a mobility gear, and I'm going to hit shuffle instead of search. Gonna grab the Mikasa. I'm going to pitch the runner. And then I'll do it a second time. And pitch that one to go get the 3/2 Armin. Okay, and that will do that. And we will start swinging, I guess.
Sure. Let's see it.
For 3.
Well, what do you know? 3 sticks. Refresh. Shuffling back 7. So I'm 7 out of 20.
Okay.
Refresh point.
All right, we'll swing here. For 2 and a wind trigger.
Okay.
So I will wind away Jake and Finn. Back to hand. I'll make you hard play it.
1.
And then we'll do 2.
Cancel on 2.
then we'll swing here. For 2.
2 sticks.
Okay, so now I am also 7 out of 20.
Perfect.
Time to see. Time to see about this.
Draw 1.
To see about this endgame. It's not like you don't have the stock for it. My goodness. Wow, wasn't expecting that.
Got you. Okay. If I do that, I will be... one short. Oh well. Okay. Do that. Do that. So I will play... How do I want to play this? I mean, 2 Soul Beater is still better than nothing. I could trigger choice. That's true. That's also a possibility. So we'll do this. When we do pay 1 to go get my level 3 combo that's in waiting room, which I'll then turn on and play. Heal 1. Play that one. Heal 1. Play that one. Heal 1.
We were just talking yesterday about how it would be so hard to get 3 of these together to pull off the 3 copy
I have
level 3
experience,
combo,
which
but
I
here
mean,
we
isn't
are.
going to matter too much in this case.
Right.
So,
here we go. Let's see it.
The call to adventure. On attack, I will pay 2 and drop 1. So my combo will happen, and I will trigger choice. As you do. Pull the counter into hand. So for 3.
Pause. I missed something.
Choice.
Why are you triggering twice?
Nope.
Oh, triggered choice. I thought you said twice. I'm like, what? Okay.
So I'm swinging for 3. Right?
Good start.
Then burn 1.
I'll take it.
Canceled.
Yep. That sticks. I'm level 3.
And then burn 2.
All right. Yep.
Perfect. 2 cancels out. Swing here. It's not even a real muffle. It's off now.
That's really loud in my ear.
Unpause. Pay 2. Discard a card. For 3. Burn 1. Once it's cleared. Just because you're playing AOT doesn't mean you have to show off and cancel on 3 each time.
You just choiced your way into a third instance of the combo, so...
Yep.
Burn 1?
Burn 2.
That will cancel. Okay, we will survive.
Maybe.
Barely.
Swing here. Oh, sorry, I didn't pay the 2. Pay 2. Drop 1, 4, 3.
Yep.
Yep, and then burn 1. And then burn 2.
Alright, so if Attack on Titan isn't doing Attack on Titan things, then... Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, like...
Wow.
It is.
This top end is very good. Like, ignore the fact that it's swinging into 7 out of 20. Like,
well, that's just it. The set has...
You can't do anything about
swap.
that.
So, like, the deck has ways to manipulate your deck that way. Yeah.
Right, but it's just in blue and it's off trait, right?
The combo doesn't happen if you have a non-trait character on field. So, like, have it so that there's a little bit of anti-synergy there.
Mm. Oh, man. All right. Well, we're going to draw. No clock.
Yep.
Play the Mikasa. Put 2 into waiting room. Draw a card.
It actually is going to be really close. Like,
it's going to be interesting.
Because realistically, you're gonna get the reverses here. Because technically I'm 11k, but you're 11.5 without the combo.
Yeah.
Which one thing I could have done, because realistically you were going to cancel and I wasn't going to get all of that damage. What I could have done is I could have actually waited, because I had the counter in hand. So I could have actually just chosen the right card and just countered, so I wouldn't take the extra reverse burn. Which, I mean, it's saving 1 damage.
Yeah, I think that you needed to push, though. Like, if you had the opportunity to push...
I don't have the stock for the free fresh right now. I wouldn't have paid out the combo, I would have had the stock. So, like, I would have been able to pay out this free fresh, have an extra card on field. I needed to push, honestly, but, like, had that played out differently, Like, I also would have been refreshing, had a full deck. I think my compression's better right now, currently, because I'm 3-9. Instead of being 8 and 30, 33, because I would have paid out the stock. So, like, it's probably better this way. Because I think the free fresh is actually a very interesting card. I don't think it actually refreshes you into decent compression. Because it's almost like, because you initially then you're stuffing 4 cards into what's already there. So like,
Right.
but I think that like there's opportunities and moments when it's good. Like if I burn through all of my climaxes early and I still have 20 cards left in deck, free fresh, now my climax is back. And my compression isn't going to be any more worse off than it already was. So it's a way to also pay out some of those, to pay out some of that stock too. But
okay, I'm gonna brainstorm, even though I know I'm not gonna hit, because I want to get
elected
through
not
this.
to draw then off of the Mikasa, right?
I already drew off the Mikasa, the first Mikasa. So I'm gonna throw all this into the main deck. Right. Unpause. Take the penalty. And then
Oh, I'm gonna die to refresh damage. That's annoying. Okay. Assuming you have triple Mikasa. Yeah, I see one's in clock.
we'll
So like,
have 2.
Can you get the third? Yeah.
I can get the third.
Oh, do you know the combo? The climax.
I have the climax. I don't have enough to pay for 3 on reverse burns, I don't think. So we'll see how this goes.
Oh no, you won't. Okay. Right? 2. No, you only have for 2, I think. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I drew. It doesn't matter.
Because you have the pieces you want anyway. I mean.
Yeah. And I don't want to. Yeah. I'm in good compression. I don't want to mess with it. Oh,
I mean,
man,
yeah.
it's gonna be real close. I think we can get there though.
If the burns pull any
sweet.
of my climaxes, I'm toast.
Yeah. Well, because this is yeah.
Okay, which are the 2?
We'll see what we can do. All right.
I mean, it doesn't matter power wise; they're the same across the board. So.
Yeah, they're all
okay.
Well,
the
one in the middle is at
probably.
12.5 right now. So, because all of yours are sitting at what, 11? Okay, yeah. So yep, now they're. So the Mikasas are on the outside are sitting at 13.5, and the one in the middle is at 12.5. All right, so here we go.
Sounds good.
On attack, burn 1.
You're over. I have no hand, so I can't do anything about it.
Brandon, I lost you. And he's gone. And it's me. Dang it.
Colton. I figured that was the case. I passed turn just
My
in
internet
case.
died.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay, thank you. All right, ready? All right, unpause. So on attack, burn 1.
Yep.
And then the swing itself. Yeah, the swing itself is going to be for 3 plus.
Well, I mean that's good for me.
Okay, so 5.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's really good for me. Cancel on 4.
Gross. I was thinking about siding there too. I was like, it's not a good idea.
Because you need on the reverse burns too.
Yep. So the on reverse.
Yep.
Pay 2. How many climaxes do you have in waiting room?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 3. Because Choice got paid back out because of the combo.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So we will swing here. Actually. Only going to have enough.
Are you saying I might survive this turn?
For 1 more burn. It's possible. Let's see. Yeah, so what we'll do is we will... No. We'll just go in. So,
Yep.
swing. So, burn for 1.
Hey, what do you know? It gets canceled.
And then swing for a lot. Oh, shocking. And then we will swing here.
Mm-hmm. Refresh.
So burn the last one.
Refresh point. Now I just need another climax. 1 more. That's all I need. Right here.
And then the attack.
For 3.
Yes.
2. Come on. No. It's too much to ask for.
So. I think that this top end alone makes this viable. Like we've talked about this enough. We've played this enough. This top end is really, really good. And it had the bad luck of swinging into 7 out of 20, which, I mean, you can't do anything about that. You can do, like, you cannot, you can't stop your opponent from compressing without, those compression pieces. So, do you think a future version of the deck maybe runs those anti-compression pieces?
I mean, pieces are always helpful.
Do you think it's something that you just try to run as tech, just see if you can figure it out?
The difficulty you're going to run into is you're going to need enough blue fix to be able to make it work. as well as making sure you also have the
Right.
stock to be able to play it, as well as hand size, because hand size is also important. You saw that with this one, I almost didn't have enough for the triple combo.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah.
being able to play that out in addition to these, I think you're gonna have to make a choice. I don't think you're gonna be able to triple combo like this. I think you're gonna be able to. So like to
Oh, no, no, no. Well,
it
we've
is
talked about
already
how like triple
ridiculous, but the problem is you
comboing
have to
is
remove it
already
from
hard.
field as well. Which I mean isn't as difficult if you're running the
Mm,
Blood Sword, because you have to remove one of your characters from field to be able to play it. So like you could do it that way. Once you've done the effect, remove
mhm.
it that way, and then you have a clean field again. But the problem is that there's so much that's dependent on that trait in this deck as well, like the Scarlet Sword.
Yeah.
If the character is a traded character, then the effect happens. So when you do that, you're adding in more opportunities to miss as well, which is where the problem's been running into for many people when you're
Yeah.
testing it.
And and realistically, if you're running, multiple instances of burn 2 with cancel burn, compression, you're like swinging into compression
Yeah,
isn't going to be as big of an issue. Like, because most of the time you're not swinging into 7 out of 20. And even when you were, you still
mm-hmm.
stuck 4 damage out of that. I was
Mm-hmm.
at 2-6, you still stuck
and
4.
and you were close enough to. I mean, realistically, I also
Like,
cleaned you out of climaxes too. Like,
yeah. Yeah. If you had survived
well, I
that
mean,
turn,
yeah,
you
because you just.
win this
I
next
mean,
turn.
to be fair, you just double triggered. Well,
Sure, sure, but even then,
I
even
like to point out I was
then,
one card away from canceling that. By the way,
regardless,
the next one's also a
yeah,
cancel. So
yeah.
even with your reverse burn, I still cancel that.
Mhm. No, I
No,
think that
draw,
this,
play.
I think that I think this was a demonstration of what Adventure Time can do at its top end. Like, I think there's a lot here. I think this is definitely something that's going to be playable and viable, and I'm not looking forward to dying to
Yeah,
a crap ton of cancel burns,
yeah, like
because that's going to happen. Because we've got people in our meta who are playing this now, so it's like,
yeah. So I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
have to
fun.
play
I
into
think it's
this.
a there's a lot here that's worth at least looking into. Um, I mean, especially from
Yeah.
being able to. I mean, your compression was really good, but being able to like potentially close out the deal from level 2, I think is going to be really
Hmm.
important to pay attention to.
Yeah. Anything with that high of a
Um,
damage floor, like, yeah, the damage ceiling on it isn't egregiously high because it's all burn twos. So you're swinging for 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, which is obviously really solid, but it's not, that astronomically high, ridiculous levels of, high rolling. But you are looking at closing out games from
mhm.
low 2 or from high 2, low 3. I think that's a really
um,
realistic opportunity in most
yeah,
games.
so I hope you enjoyed the deck. We're glad that we were able to do this.
Yeah, you should go watch the deck tech from Tuesday if you want to see how this runs. This deck is, again, or my deck, rather, the deck I was playing is Riaz's deck from Worlds a little while back. We'll put a link to that in the description. But yeah, go check out Brandon's deck. Link to that in the
It's at
description.
least
It's
fun to
really good.
play. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Until next time, it's been us, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Yep, absolutely. We will be back with a Clock Talk on Tuesday, open gameplay next Thursday. I will have a deck in a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Yeah, week and a half, and then we'll have gameplay for that. So we roll on here at the Clock Tower. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, have a good one.